seconds and counting.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another Clutch Scene Entertainment video. It's your boy Big E here, getting ready to talk to you about the newest Texans signing. Cornerback Shaquill Griffin has just signed a one-year deal worth up to $4.5 million with incentives, I'm assuming. And yeah, first thoughts on this signing is that he's gonna be a veteran type of voice in the locker room. He's a much needed depth piece at the cornerback position. It's a very, very deep cornerback room now with Shaquill Griffin. You know, you have Derek Stingley and Steven Nelson who can play outside. You have your slot guys in Tavier Thomas and Desmond King. And now you kind of add Shaquill Griffin, this athletic, aggressive player that, you know, he's made a Pro Bowl. He looked very good in that Seattle defense. To be fair, though, that Seattle defense is very cornerback friendly. I mean, go look at Tariq Woolen last year, who had a great rookie year. But moving on from the Seattle defense and how much I like it, we can also take a look at, you know, Shaquill Griffin's past stats. He does have 6 career interceptions. His last 2 years with Jacksonville in 2021 and 2022 were not the best, to say the least. He had 0 interceptions for Jacksonville. And in 2022, he suffered a back injury in week 6 and was placed on IR and, you know, never came back from it. So that's definitely something that he's recovering from. But I do see him being the type of player to, you know, not have a single interception for Jacksonville, and then in week 3 goes off and picks Trevor Lawrence out of nowhere without anyone expecting it. But on the real note, he's a very aggressive cornerback. He's very athletic. I do expect him to help Derek Stingley improve. I do expect him to be that kind of mentor right next to Steven Nelson too. He is a former Pro Bowler, as I said before. But most importantly, I do feel like he's going to be a contributor on this team if he does make it to the final 53. He's definitely could contribute. He could definitely come in for a few plays and, you know, have that big play every once in a while, you know, when we'll look back at by the end of the season, where we could be like, oh, remember when Shaquill Griffin picked off Kenny Pickett in week 4? That was pretty fun. And, you know, I do expect him to be that piece kind of, I do expect him to be that piece kind of that helps out on the defensive end and, you know, bolsters up the secondary. I mean, D'Amico's defense, we already know how good it can be, and we know how good our secondary is. I mean, I'd say our secondary is one of the best in the division, if not the best in the division, honestly. And, you know, with Jimmy Ward helping integrate that defense hopefully smoothly onto the field to a bunch of, you know, unfamiliar guys with that defense, Derek Stingley and Jalen Petre, who have played their first year in Lovie Smith's cover 2 defense that was not the best, to say the least. So adding in an experienced cornerback who's veteran, who's athletic, former Pro Bowler, aggressive, can play outside, I mean, what more do you really need? It's much needed depth in the cornerback room, and, you know, I'm willing to say our cornerback room is now also the best in the division, honestly, because, you know, you have your slot guys in Desmond King and Tavier Thomas, and now you have your 3 outside guys. You can run 5 cornerbacks if you have to. But that being said, he did have a very, very good pass rating in his years in Seattle, at least. You know, he wasn't allowing the best QBR against him. In Jacksonville, he did struggle, like I said. That could also be up, you know, to Jacksonville being Jacksonville, where it's hard to kind of implement players there, and it kind of takes them a while to fit in and develop in their system. But I do expect Shaq to look good if he does make the final 53 man again. He does remind me a bit, just a very little bit, of Derek Stingley. You know, strong, athletic, aggressive cornerback that's going to stay with his man and, you know, make sure that ball does not get to the receiver that he's on. And like I said last video about Henry To'oTo'o, if you haven't watched it, go check it out. That he's aggressive. He's a hustler. He's gonna keep playing until the ball is out. He's gonna keep running after his man. He's like Marcus Smart or Patrick Beverly, basically. He's gonna keep going after his man till that ball is out, till that whistle is blown. He's gonna make sure that the play is dead. He's not gonna stop until he hears the final whistle there. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'm really looking forward to this signing. Shaquill Griffin in the Seattle system was very, very good and very, very fun to watch. So this should be a very fun signing and a very fun addition to the Texans secondary. But yeah, with that being said, let me know your thoughts on the signing in the comments below, and see you guys on the next video.